Oh man. Are there a lot of rumors and leaks when it comes to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness?
This is madness. It's madness, I tell you.
Let's talk about all the latest updates about each and every big cameo that is rumored for Doctor Strange 2. What's up, everybody? It's Josh coming at you from Nerd Ventures Tower as always, and do me a favor and smash like on this video if you're super excited for the Multiverse of Madness. And man, let me tell you, the hype for this movie is out of control. I can feel it and I can see it out there on social media, different chats where we stream about this, and in the comment section of videos, people are super excited for Multiverse of Madness. And just like the rumors and leaks about the 3 different Spider-Man coming together for Spider-Man No Way Home, similar leaks and rumors are really driving speculation and hype for Multiverse of Madness. And I think it's pretty safe to say there are going to be crazy Marvel cameos in this film. Many insiders and scoopers have talked about this. Marvel themselves have hinted at this. I don't think this is a stretch. I don't think this is going to be a surprise for people. We expect crazy Marvel things in Multiverse of Madness. And before we get into each and every rumor for the movie, which we will do, I want to first talk about spoilers and leaks themselves, because Marvel appears to be being much more aggressive in shutting down the rumor mill for this movie.
Please don't tell anyone.
I've talked about this in videos and streams and on Twitter, and Grace Randolph did a big video talking about this exact fact. The general idea here is that Marvel does not want to repeat what happened with No Way Home, where essentially most of the major beats of the movie were spoiled out there, and then this huge wave of leaked images and merchandise and different things like that all came out, which basically just cross-reference to some of those original plot leaks, proving them to be true. They want to keep some of the big things for Multiverse of Madness a secret. Now, it's pretty widely accepted that there were already some really cool cameos and fun Marvel things in the first cut of this film, but when Doctor Strange went through massive reshoots late last year, many other cameos were added to the film. And I'm seeing a thing happen where a lot of the insiders and scoopers that I follow are talking about that cut specifically. When asked direct questions about certain characters showing up in the movie, they will often say, not in the cut that was screened, so I don't know. And even Grace Randolph, in her video talking about how Marvel is locking down on leaks and spoilers, suggested that it was possible that studios might start hiding things even from the screening. Now, that's an extreme step, but it would serve to preserve certain secrets for the movie, as a lot of that stuff does leak out from screenings almost every single time. And then I saw this tweet from My Time to Shine Hello, and it says they added even more cameos for Doctor Strange 2. And this really made me think that they are adding stuff to the movie even after the 6 weeks of extensive reshoots, which again were mostly to add crazy cameos to that film. I mean, check this out. Sam Raimi was asked about whether or not they were done filming Doctor Strange, and he says, I think we're done, but we just cut everything. We're just starting to test the picture, and we'll figure out if there's anything that's got to be picked up. If something's unclear or another improvement I can make in this short amount of time left, I'll do it. One thing I know about the Marvel team is they won't stop. They'll keep pushing it until it's as close to great as it could be, essentially. And that's wild, because that's Sam Raimi essentially admitting that now they're probably still going to tweak the movie moving forward. And to be completely honest with you guys, that leaves us in a very fun position, because while we do know of a lot of insiders and screeners and, you know, leakers, and we've been able to sort of cross-reference stuff and figure some stuff out for the movies, it is possible that Marvel has taken this to the very next level, and there's stuff that's not currently in the movie that is being shot super secretively that almost nobody will know about. And it's even possible some surprises from the movie will be kept out of the premiere and the press screenings. I think that would be absolutely insane, especially particularly the press screenings. Like, I don't know if they could even do that, but regardless, it's just fun because we have some information, we have some rumors, we have some hopes and dreams, and we don't know for certain that anything can be ruled out completely or that anything is absolutely confirmed. So let's talk about Spider-Man and mainly Tobey Maguire. So first up, it is worth mentioning that Andy Signor and Fandom Wire were some of the first people ever to actually report that they had heard that Tobey Maguire will have a cameo in the Multiverse of Madness. I remember Grace and Daniel Richtman also lending credence to this around that same time. I believe they said that Tobey was negotiating for some kind of multiple appearance sort of thing. I also want to say that a writer from Geeks Worldwide and Small Screen Leaks have also reported the possibility of Tobey Maguire having a cameo in Multiverse of Madness. And two other recent things happened that really make us think Tobey's very likely to be in the film. First of all, the voice actors for Brazil, the one that does Lizzie's stuff and the one that does Tobey's stuff, were both on an Instagram post together that said big things are coming. This wouldn't be the first time that some voice actors, especially from other markets out there, have hinted at or spoiled a big surprise coming up for a Marvel movie. Also, the Diz Insider podcast recently had an episode where they mentioned they thought Tobey would be in Multiverse of Madness and possibly Andrew Garfield as well. But then a couple of other people are throwing some cold water on it. Viewer Anon, who is somebody that I've talked about before, is hearing mixed things about it. And I believe Casey Walsh just recently came out and said that his sources told him no Tobey in Multiverse of Madness, but he could be added in reshoots or in post. And so Tobey Maguire in Multiverse of Madness is actually a long-standing rumor. I think it would make a lot of sense, but also some more recent stuff has thrown some sort of cold water on it. So I don't know, I'd give it probably a 70% chance, maybe 80% chance of happening, but there is some doubt. Let's talk about Mr. Fantastic. Now, this one's really fun. This is a recent rumor, even though we have known that John Krasinski has been in talks with Marvel for a long time. Like up to 2 years ago, we reported on some meetings that Kevin Feige apparently took with John Krasinski. Interestingly enough, these meetings also took place around the time when meetings with Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart were also rumored to be taking place. So I remember reporting on that stuff. It's really interesting, but it's only been recently that it's really become a thing that Krasinski will actually play Reed Richards as a variant in Multiverse of Madness. The Illuminati have reported on this. My Time to Shine Hello has come right out and said that Krasinski will be Mr. Fantastic, and Daniel Richtman recently clarified that Mr. Fantastic, played by John Krasinski, will be a variant in Multiverse of Madness. Interestingly enough, viewer Anon has also said he's heard mixed things about this particular rumor. Viewer Anon said that he heard somebody else was playing Reed Richards. He agrees that Reed Richards will be in the movie, but it may be somebody else. I've speculated this could mean multiple Reed Richards and a Council of Reed little kind of setup, but who knows for sure. Let's talk about Tom Cruise Iron Man. So this was, I believe, first reported by Daniel Richtman. He said that Marvel was looking at this. My Time to Shine Hello reported that yes, this at one time was going to be a thing, but may not have worked out because of scheduling conflicts. However, My Time to Shine Hello is saying that there will be an Iron Man variant in the film. Big Screen Leaks has recently come out and said there's no Iron Man variant in Multiverse of Madness, which is kind of wild. And then viewer Anon once again came out and said that that does not match up with what they have heard. You know, there is no Tom Cruise Iron Man in the movie as far as they have heard it, but maybe it's being added post reshoots. Let's talk about Patrick Stewart as Professor Xavier. This one all but confirmed. My Time to Shine Hello has talked about this. Viewer Anon has talked about this and confirmed it and said that they're very certain that it will be Patrick Stewart. There was also all of those pre-viz effects shots that showed Patrick Stewart in the movie, so we're pretty confident that Patrick Stewart, Charles Xavier, is going to be a big part of a sequence in Multiverse of Madness. Let's talk about Hugh Jackman Wolverine. Unfortunately, almost all of the insiders and scoopers that we follow are saying the same thing about this, that this was something Marvel wanted to do, but Hugh Jackman is just not ready to come back at this moment. Now, what's kind of interesting as a side note to that is that My Time to Shine Hello is reporting that the door's still open and Jackman's definitely interested in maybe coming back for Secret Wars, which again I think is awesome. Sort of shows that Secret Wars is this big play and that Multiverse of Madness is setting up something that will be doubled down on in Secret War. But yeah, man, kind of stinks. Very unlikely to have Hugh Jackman Wolverine in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, the only other rumor I want to talk about, and it's kind of a stretch, there's not a ton of good evidence for it, is a rumor about Chris Evans coming back as Hydra Cap. Now, this was something that My Time to Shine Hello recently tweeted about, and what I found interesting about this is that this was a long-established rumor from a couple of years ago that I think Daniel Rickman first came up with. You know, he was like, oh, they're actually looking at this. And I assume that My Time to Shine Hello is not just recycling that old scoop, that she is confirming that this is something they wanted potentially for Multiverse of Madness. It's really, really thin here, but I just think this would be absolutely incredible. Deadline did technically break a story in 2021 about Chris Evans coming back to be some form of Captain America in the MCU. Now, there's conflicting reports about that, but trades have very good sources. I think that would be super fun to see Chris Evans come back as Hydra Cap and be some kind of a threat in this movie. I think that would be fantastic. So just wanted to throw that one in there, sort of a bonus. But those are all the latest updates on the big cameo rumors as far as we understand it. And of course, we're keeping our ear to the ground about all the different updates and rumors with regards to Multiverse of Madness. And if anything new pops off about it, we will do a video about it. Like this video if you like, subscribe to this channel to see more of our content pop up in your recommended feed. Check me out on TikTok, check out the podcast on Spotify and Apple, and come on by our live streaming channel. We have a ton of fun over there streaming, talking about different shows, doing watch parties for Book of Boba Fett. It's a really good time. Go check it out. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.